Good evening, guys. We should now be live. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Everything looks like it's working okay from a technical perspective. Do shout out if you can't hear me. I'm just literally finishing up prep here for the stream right now. Struggling for time and space. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes before we start. I'll catch up with chat in just 1 second. I just want to post some links around, make sure that we get as many viewers as we can today. Okay. Am I going to put Olivia? Oh gosh, this box is a little bit big. Hold on, let me just make this chat a little bit smaller. There we go. Let's just catch up with chat and see what you guys are talking about. So I can see we've got Pusher, Meister, Grinsepo, Faxer, 360 with the resub ×3. Thank you very much, dude. I genuinely appreciate that resub. That's perfect, Rose. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate that. We've also got Tronic saying hello as well. Pusher says he's watching an I'm going to try and say Aanzee build whilst he's typing on his Anzhi. Oh my, next level. Pusher has got a green one as well, and that's not just his keyboard. Everything else is green as well, or certain something is. Who else we've got? We've got West Foxtrot as well. So West Foxtrot is the guy behind this board today that we're going to be building. So he's the designer. He's the guy who ran the group by, and he's a great guy as well. So I'm excited to see what he's come up with. Apparently the unboxing experience is something special, so I haven't looked at it as yet. We've also got Zui in the chat. Who else have we got? Lots of West Foxtrot and Pusher. We've got Apex as well, saying, wow, it's lively in here already. Yep, good to have a lively stream. ISO returns as well with his 6 resub. Thank you very much, dude, saying, yo, good evening. And Faxer said, hype also come to kick. I wish I could come to kick. I'll talk about that in just 1 minute. If I forget, do remind me. Looking good. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Just had a shower, so feeling fresh and nice. It's been a really warm day here in sunny Yorkshire, where I'm based. Anarchy as well. Good evening, good sir. Good to see you. We've also got Glove as well. Glove, also another Aanzee owner, so welcome as well. Met Advice guy as well. Mads himself. I assume that's actually pronounced Mars. I think I'm closer with that, but we'll see. Are we actually going to see the weight this time? Yes, you will do. Breemans as well. Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Miasaur as well, also watching. Good evening. Thank you for watching the F1 with me earlier on today. It was good. You were damn close. I think so. I thought so. I'll be closer after I've had a few beers when I next see you. Green Aanzee hype. Well, I've gone for the aubergine. I did try and find an aubergine top that's close to had to try and match it, which is probably nowhere near, but we'll see how close I got with that. Speaking of 7Us, I'm not sure how I'm going to build it yet. That's why I've just been rushing. So I am going to be building it with Jim K. Olivia today. I've been digging out different spacebar options and things like that, so we can decide collectively whether I'm going to build it with 6U or 7U spacebar and stuff like that, and where we put certain accents and things, and hopefully it'll match up nicely. What else are we talking about? Exclusive themed desk mat. Oh yeah, the J Keebs one. Yeah, themed for me. Yeah, nice. Glove says, same as mine, the aubergine is stunning in person. I've seen your picture, and I've seen Chris Swire's picture as well, which is doing quite well on Reddit at the minute. If you guys haven't seen that, go upvote him if you can, or downvote him if you like it. If you don't like it, or like him. But yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like in person, because I've not seen it up close. I've only seen pictures, and it looks different in every picture. So like a lot of anodized colours it can be quite difficult to capture properly. So we'll see how that goes. Build. Oh yeah, the build command's turned off at the minute, Tronics. I'll fix that later on. I just didn't have time before the stream, and Brian messed up a lot of the commands, and he changed everything for the Kepler and Sirius builds the other day. So I do need to have a look and fix that. Oh, there we go. Chris's Aanzee, I'll try and pronounce it right. Aanzee in aubergine post is up there as well. Breemans has subscribed for 5 months now with saying Top Clack is my favourite keyboard stream. Oh, thank you, dude. That means a lot. Genuinely, that does mean a lot. Yeah, you don't have to upvote Chris. You can downvote him as well if you don't like it. ISO Return says, looking forward to the Aanzee up close. Yeah, I can't wait to show it. I can't wait to show it. Gio's on his way to Mum's for a supper. I'll have a good stream. Thank you very much for dropping in, Gio. He's one of the mods on the Top Clack Discord and on the stream, so thank you very much for that, dude. Okay, have we pinged yet? Has the bot pinged yet? I don't think it has. No, not yet. So we'll slow it down just a little bit. We'll do the unboxing when it goes live. In terms of switches today, I'm going to be using lubed phase. Now I know I have got 2 potential builds for this. Unfortunately, my new ink switches didn't arrive. I've got some inks in some other boards. I'm really excited to use them in the Anzhi as well. But for today, we're going to be building it with phase switches. So these have been lubed with 205 grade 0 on the stem and housing, and then they've been lubed with Krytox 106 on the spring. So these feel nice and smooth. It's my standard go-to linear lubing experience, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, you should have got pinged on the UK server. I meant more as the bot updated on the Top Clack server, because it should ping there automatically in the next few minutes. What's in the box, says Egler. What a box it is. I'll show you guys the box in a minute. But we'll do that shortly. Met Advice Guy says subscribed for 5 months and currently on a 5-month streak. Nice, well done, dude. Thank you. We've also got Yankar, PCB designer, in the chat as well. Hello, dude. Good to see you a couple of weeks ago. Your switches are on the way, by the way. I have posted them, so they are on the way. The missus had them in the car. So she hadn't got them off when I thought she had, but they are on the way now. And the bot's pinged apparently in Top Clack. Nice. Build theme desk mat available. Jay, please. I don't know what you mean. Okay. What else are we talking about? Bremen's got his Anzhi early this week. Love it, super solid. Rocking some lubed Telio 67 grams, and it sounds beautiful. Good, dude, good. I can't wait to see it. Excuse me. Let's see the box. Given says, I've had a haircut. No, just out of the shower. I haven't done anything with it. It's just towel dried out of the shower, so that's it. Show us the box already. Show us the box. All right. The box pinged. Okay, we can start the stream then. So as I said, today we will be building the Aanzhi in Aubergine with lubed phase switches, and hopefully GMK Olivia is going to look quite nice on the board as well. So I've got that kit ready and pretty much all set up for that as well. So we'll have a look at that shortly. In terms of the box, here is the box, and it's so big it barely fits on camera. I can't fit all on the stream. Oh, knocking the microphone over there. So this is the box. I can't get the camera any further away, but as you can see, it's got this lovely logo on it. I'm just going to move the keyboard here out of the way a little bit more and give myself a touch more room. There we go. So this is the box. As you can see, it's absolutely huge. It's got the full Aanzhi logo on there. Just go out a few of the bits as well, just on the front side. It's got the nice name of the board here as well. And then one thing I did notice, and I'm hoping I'm not damaging anything by turning it upside down, but I assume it went like this in travel at times. But look at this, how sweet is that? Just a little thank you note, which is really, really, really nice. And Cyber Sam with the 13 resub, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate that. So as you can see, this is massive, is this box. I'm actually going to open it sideways when I open it. Now I haven't looked in here other than the top layer just to take some plates out earlier on, because Mac shipped some other stuff in there as well, but I tried not to look. I just grabbed what I had to take out and moved it on as well. They were plate files for the JO1. But it's time to have a look and see what we get inside here. And as I say, I haven't seen what's inside the box. I haven't seen the board actually. I haven't seen anything else, but I have been promised that it's a really, really nice experience. So I'm really excited for that. And we've got Querdenker in chat as well. Querdenker, good to see you. That's 4 months subbed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much. We've got Soran in chat as well. Good evening. Good to see you, Soran. I've not seen you around for a little while. I think you could only join for a few minutes last week. Just before we open up, let's see what everyone else is talking about in chat. What's in the box? P for Fuh says I can finally catch a J stream. Oh, thanks, dude. ISO Return says oof. The box, nice box. Rip headphones. Sorry, I didn't mean to catch the microphone. Use the head camera for it. I don't have a head camera. If I did, I would do. Hecking heck, I should have used my sub to tell people to go to the Copenhagen meetup. If I'm out. Oh, you could have done. But guys, if you are in the EU and you're not going to Clack in Cologne, check out Met Advice Guy, because he's doing a Copenhagen meetup in September, I think. There you go. Been quite busy lately, Soren. Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, Quert, if you don't want to see unboxing, please disengage, and Max will ping you as soon as it's done. He's pinging James to let him know that he can join once I'm building the board, but not until I've completed the unboxing experience. Nebulan as well, waving. Kakan, wait, this isn't the adult site I was looking for. Not yet, it's not. Just keep watching. Is it really aubergine or eggplant? Both. One and the same thing, just different names for them both. Amir saying Jay is handsome as ever. Oh, thank you. Martin's here as well. Hello, Martin. Good to see you, dude. Glad to see you joining one of the streams. Sorry, I'm acting like he has a life. Vice Guy just saying yes, his meetup in Copenhagen is on the 7th of September. There you go. Okay, so we're going to open this up and see what's inside. So, nice, solid box. Hoping I don't catch the camera here, so apologies if I do. Okay. So the first thing I notice is we've got a PCB and a plate by the looks of it. So here we go, guys. There's a PCB with the name, the logo on there. And the logo on the back. How cool is that? That's awesome. Oh, I like that. There you go. You can just see half of the logo here. Now, Anzhi does mean by the sea or on sea. So, like in the UK, we have towns like Sutton on Sea and things like that. This is kind of the Dutch version of that. That's what it means, on sea, effectively Aanzee. So that's why it has the wave logo for the ocean. But that's really cool. There you go. It's a lovely PCB. Nice matte black, silver components. Looks great. There's PCB number 1. I'll put that to one side. I think this is a plate farm. Okay, so this is brass. I can tell by the weight this isn't aluminium. So this is brass, but it's black coated brass. Yeah, you can tell it's definitely brass. Wow, this looks really good. I don't know if you guys can see how nice and black that is, but that's really, really nice. Really good quality, really nice finish. Full ISO with meme relief cuts as well. That looks really great. I'm even more excited now. Put that to one side as well. Now, this looks like a desk mat. Let's have a look at this. Oh wow, so desk mat with matching Aanzee logo. How cool is that, guys? So this is in a green colour. It's not showing it really well on camera. Let me see if I can get on the other camera. It's kind of like a green khaki colour. Got a bit of dirt on it there myself, but wow, that looks really good. That's awesome. And Amir subscribed at tier 1. I like the painting in the back. Painting? That's a TV, dude. That's a telly. That's YouTube playing. But thank you. Subscribe for 2 months. Wow, that's really cool. Thank you very much for that, Max. That's awesome. That is really cool. I will be swapping that out. Oh, it's even got the logo down here, guys. I didn't see this before, but it's even got the logo down here. Or the name of the book. That's really cool. I will be swapping that out as soon as I finish the build, Max. I don't want to damage this, but I'll be definitely swapping that out. That is awesome. Not many boards come with a desk mat. Just going to put this to one side as well. And I think this is where I get really excited because I want to see what's under here. Let's see how much of this I can get on camera. Jay, are you going to kick? Sadly not. So before I get into the board, I'll just talk about this really quickly. So as everyone knows, my mum died a couple of months ago. And we're actually scattering her ashes on the 17th, which is the day before kick. I did want to come, but because of that, it's just going to wipe out my travel timescales for the weekend because there's a lot of things to do with family. It's going to be a late night. I'm not going to want to fly the next morning to go to a meetup, so I'm not going to be at kick. I'm going to try and be at Cologne, and I'm also going to try and be at Seattle, so I'll be at a couple of meetups this year. And I'm also going to do a UK meetup in Manchester or Leeds towards the back end of September. So it'll be after Met Advice Guys in September, and there's also a mini UK meetup happening in June as well. So there we go. So the designer for this is actually West Foxtrot, who's in in chat, and he designed the board. He lives in the Netherlands, as far as I'm aware, at the minute. I know he's moving to Japan, but I'm not quite sure when that move happens. So yeah, so that's why it's got the Dutch name. And thank you guys for the condolences. It was a while ago. I'm fully recovered now. I think we talked about it a bit on TC at the time, so I don't want to go into that anymore. Kakan says, when are you visiting my bed? Whenever you pay for my flight, my dude. Okay, so let's have a look under here now as well, because I'm really excited to see what it is. So this is really thick, chunky foam, which is really nice as well. So let's have a look. Oh wow. Oh wow. Gloves. That's always a good start. Skittles. The man knows the way to my heart. This is really cool. It's all individually done. Free stabs. I just spent 20 minutes digging out stabs because I didn't realise it came from even the Anzhi logo on. How cool is that, guys? Also comes with a 6.25 and a 7U spacebar option. That's really cool. A Torx key. I assume this is the right size for the board as well. That's really, really cool. A cable as well, which is really nice. That's a really lovely red cable. I don't know how well that colour's showing up, but this is a really nice cable. There you go, hopefully that'll look nice. That's really nice. I love all this being milled out. This is really cool. And I'm assuming that the board itself is under here. Okay, so what's in here? I think this is a spare name badge by the looks of it. I did order 2. So the Aanzee does have a name badge. So there's some spare screws in there as well, and some rubber feet. I'll put them to one side because I will need to use those. I feel like I should use the gloves as well. I'll put them on in a minute. We'll use the stabilizers as well, because why not? They came with the board. Let's use them for the board. I'll need that. And in terms of a cable, I already have one, so we'll leave that in there. We'll leave the Skittles in there. We'll have a look at this first and just check sure it is the name badge. But man, this is really cool. Okay, so a little brass name badge. So I don't know if you guys can see what that says, but it says Jagram, which is the name of a little private server I share with some friends, which is really cool. So as you can see, I don't know what finish this is on here, Max. If this is laser engraved, I think. It feels like it's laser engraved, but that's really cool. Okay, we'll put that to one side. I may use that one or I may use the other one. I can't remember what I had on the other one, so we'll see. Okay, I'm going to take the board out of here. Oh. And then once we've had a look at this, we'll catch up with chat. I'm just going to put this down and then move this box out of the way because it is huge and it's taking up so much space. There we go. There we go. Oh, I missed the PCB. I missed the PCB. I didn't. I opened it at the beginning, didn't I? Is there something else in here? Oh, wow! Look, hidden compartments. Hidden compartments. How cool is that, guys? And that's another PCB there as well. Wow. I assume this is the same as the other one, Max, but there we go. There we go, another PCB, guys. The box that just keeps on giving. That's amazing, Max. Honestly, this unboxing experience has been fantastic. Everything is so well thought out. It's so nice. Genuinely, dude, you've gone way above and beyond anything you needed to do here. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I'm going to move that out of the way. There we go. So here we have the board. I'm excited for this, guys. I'm really excited for this to see how the colours are and see how this one's come out. I'm just going to try and catch up with chat before I open this and see what I've missed. There's always nice new keyboards. That's true, there is. Japan, nice, I'm jealous. Yeah, Skittles, Pog. Yeah, I've got to love some Skittles. I think I've had about 20 packets of Max by now from ordering different things. That is special packaging. It's really cool, guys. That is so good. That's so good. Gloves and Skittles. This guy knows how to eat. Yeah. Would be amusing if it was the wrong size. For a second I thought Max included band-aids. No. We'll miss Max in the EU. So will I. So will I, guys. So will I. No wonder Max didn't want the unboxing, but that was amazing. That was such a good experience, and I'm really excited to do that. Handling brass without gloves. I like patina, so I'm happy if it gets a bit of patina, so I'm good with that. Laser engraved and then sandblasted. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you, Max, for confirming that. I thought it was, but it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Piezoelectrics there as well, saying, hey, Jay. Hey, man. Good to see you, dude. Time to move to Japan to follow him. Yeah, you even included gloves. I'll put the gloves on for this next bit, shall I? If they fit. I've got weird hands. I've got really short, stubby fingers and massive palms, so a lot of times I struggle with gloves. But if I can get these on, then we'll wear them. Oh, actually, do you know what, Max? These actually fit really well. There we go. Glove one on. Let's put another glove on. We need a tasting experience. I'm not tasting anything, really. Why is everyone moving to Japan? I want to move there as well. Skiing there is the best in the world. Missed the secret compartment. Yeah, I can't believe I missed the secret compartment. Yeah, I remember I ordered an extra, but I didn't realise it wasn't there. I assumed it was going to be in the board. I didn't realise you had the hidden compartment underneath, but that was really cool. Max is a madman. Yes, he absolutely is. Apex says, wait, you're Jay Top Clack. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm Jay. Yes, this is Top Clack. Top Clack is the channel. Top Clack, can I ping the guys now who didn't want to get the unboxing spot? Yes, you can. Yes, the box is out of the way now. I'm not going to go back to the box. I'm not going to talk about the box anymore other than say it was amazing. We are just going to uncover the board in a minute. When is the Anzhi out for sale? The group buy has already happened, but I think Max is going to open up the files completely for the boards for anyone to have one produced later on if they want to do so. So it's not going to run again, but I think it was a sale about 7-8 months ago, something like that. Time to invent time travel, yeah. What is my personal favourite Keeb? The JO1, which is my personal board currently, which is somewhere on the wall behind me. I think it's up here actually. I think, yeah, it's that board just there. That's the JO1. That's my personal favourite because it's my board. That being said, out of all my other boards, I struggle to pick. It's possibly the TMO 50 or the VEA, which is just here. One of those three maybe on any given day. But that being said, pretty much all of the boards I have are really cool and really special. So I wouldn't say I have a favourite. You ask me that every week, it will change probably. Michael Jackson gloves, yeah. Wee! I can't do a high note. I can't do a high note. Is there anyone who doesn't struggle with gloves? My hands are really warm now. Really warm. Oh, you were talking about the Skittles, not the board. Oh, I'm not eating the Skittles on the stream. No, that's not good. I wouldn't mind struggling with glove. Oh, you mean glove the person? Clever. I like that. Mr. Petrov's here as well. Evening, Jay. Sorry for being a little late. No, that's not a problem. You can go back and watch the VOD because you missed a really exceptionally good unboxing experience. Insert 7 meme. What's in the box? Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. Right, okay guys, so we're going to open this up because the stream's been going for like 30 minutes now and I've not even seen the board yet, but I'm really excited for this. So let's have a look and see what the board looks like. Okay. So here we go guys. This is the Aanzhi in aubergine colour, with the Aanzhi logo up here in the top corner, and you can see it with the light on it. The plate file in place, or the plate itself in place. Blocker version. That nice brass running all the way through the side of the board. You can see it runs all the way around. And on the back as well. That USB port cutout there, which is quite nice and neat and tidy inside, filled. That looks really good. We'll look at the weight in a second. Now, I did ask for number 13, which I think Max honoured. 13 is my mother's and my grandmother's lucky number, so that was the one I went for. And there we go. You can see it's number 13 of 25 boards. And there is that Aanzhi logo. A bit of dirt just in there. Can't get it with the gloves. A little bit of dirt in there, but how nice and neat is that looking, guys? There we go. That's such a nice purple. That is such a good colour. Max, you've outdone yourself, dude, on this one. That is so nice. I can't see any marks or anything permanent on the board, just condensation from my fingers. That looks absolutely stunning. I'm really excited for this build now. The machining quality looks great. I'm going to have to take these gloves off. They're just causing my hands to get really sweaty. I'm more likely to drop the board, I think, using them than not. And I like my brass to get patinaed anyway. Can we get a weight? I don't have any scales I can do a weight with. I should buy some. I should get some on stream. I promise I will try and do that. I'm sorry, Zuri, I just don't have it. Can't wait to see a polycarb. I'm going to be building a polycarb one with James on stream in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully, because he has a polycarbonate one, and I've got some glow-in-the-dark switches I'm going to give him for that too. So yeah, so we'll have to see. But this colour is absolutely lovely. I think the dark keys, I think staying away from the mod coloured keys on Olivia will look really nice on this. Just having the dark coloured keys and the white alphas, I think it'll look really, really nice. So we'll go with that, and we'll work out what that looks like. Let's take the board apart. Now I'm going to use a special tool that came with the board. How is the machine quality? Yeah, it's really good, especially around here. It's really tight. It is really nice and neat. Really stunning. Just going to undo these screws. I have got a little screw mat that I'm just going to grab. As well. Okay, so I'll just undo the ones that are in place. Visible plates on the sides, gang. Yeah, it looks really good. Looks gorgeous, but isn't the engraving on the way upside down? I think I can turn it round inside. Yeah, it could. You could have it both ways in the board. I don't think there's any reason why I can't turn that around. Max will be able to tell me. It's not upside down. Oh, you can't. Okay, if that's the way it's supposed to be, that's the way it's supposed to be, guys. The designer has spoken. There we go, that should now come apart. There we go. Just going to try and tip these screws out nice and easily. Okay, so let's have a look at the inside of this. There you go, you can see it's held in by 2 screws on the weight. Lovely solid brass on the inside. A couple of anode hook marks here, but nothing major. Everything looks great. The machining looks fantastic, and especially in areas like this, it looks really nice and neat and tidy. Pins to hold the top and the bottom of the board in place. That's really nice. Always good to see those. Really helpful for a build. That's the base of the board. And here we can see the brass plate. So it's got holes for the screws all the way around. And you can also see it's got pins here. This is where the pins hold everything in place as well, which is really nice to see too. You can see where the aluminium has been pressed onto the brass and there's been a bit of water condensation, but it's fine. Looks really nice and neat and tidy. That's one side. And then here is the inside of the top piece. So you can see that the name tag here is held in by 2 screws just there. Nice and easy to do. And then you can see we've got screw points there, and that's where the nubbin for the standoff goes, to try and hold it all together nice and neatly. So there we go, guys, that's the board. There's the blocker. So on the other side of the block you can see it's kind of milled a little bit shallower than the others. It's got raised a little bit so the plate sits in there nicely. That looks really nice. Such good quality. Anode is really on point, guys. I don't know how I can show you this any better. Even if I hold it up to the other camera, it's not going to show the colour properly there. But the colour is absolutely stunning, and the anode is really on point. Absolutely stunning. I can't wait to get more stuff from Max. There we go. Okay, guys. So the question becomes now, in terms of the build, do we build with the brass plate or do we build with the black plate? What do you guys think? Let's have a look at this and you guys can tell me what you think. So I'm going to do both builds eventually at some point. We can either do the brass plate or we can do the black plate. I think for Olivia I might go black, it'll match the mods better. What do you think, guys? I'm not doing a straw pole. Black plate with the liver will be hot. Yeah, I think I agree, Glove. I think we're going to go with the black plate. So I'll put the brass one to one side. So this is how we're going to build it today, guys. Just going to catch up with chat, see what's going on. I can wait with unbuilt without brass plate. Yeah, if you could do, Max, that'd be great. 1300 PC plate. It's 1.3 kilograms. That's about right. Yeah, maybe 1.4, 1.4 and a half with brass. It looks gorgeous, but isn't the engraving on the website? I don't know. We've covered that one. Brass plate is around 400. It's really weighty for the size. Yeah, it is really heavy. It's pretty chunky. There's a little brass piece you showed you how to fit in on the top. Yeah, so the little brass piece is a replacement badge. So I can either have the Anzhi badge, or I can have the J Ground badge. And I say J Ground is just the name of a server with my friends. So I'll leave the Aanzhi one in for now, but I might change that later on. Super clean looking. Yeah, it looks great. Build machine broken. Biggest ad for all keeps is when the group buy ends. Should be the opposite. Yeah, well, sometimes we get prototypes up front. Next week I'll be building the Rain M3 prototype on stream, which will be up front. So yeah, that's why you first make a private group buy. Yeah. What switches? I'm going to be building it with Fey switches today. As you can see in the bottom of here, I've got the Fey switches. The next build I'll be doing on this will be with inks. Glovecap says, can confirm that the Anno is gorgeous and that the purple is really hard to show on photos. It's really hard to show on stream. This colour that I'm seeing on my screen is not really as close as it is. It's a little bit more aubergine than what you can see on stream at the minute. But it is such a lovely colour. It's probably closer to in shadow here. That's probably what the real colour's closer to, like, but it is really genuinely lovely. Black brass plate, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Black, yeah. Lots of people saying black. That's what I'm going to build with. Standard 65%. There isn't a standard USB position for 65s, guys, but it is on the left-hand side, just there. So there we go. So this is me nitpicking, but I would say that the face switches look better with the brass, and most of the inks look better with the black brass. Yeah, but you're not going to see the switches once it's built. You're going to see the keycaps, and the keycaps of Olivia are going to match the black plate better than they will the brass plate. So I'm going to go with it for that reason. But yeah, if I don't like the switches looking at, I can always remove them and put the switches, the ink switches, back in this plate. So we'll see. Just for clarity as well, guys, just so you can see, this is what it's going to look like with the black in the middle there. Probably gives you more of an idea of how dark this purple is in real life as well, seeing the black next to it. There you go, it's probably quite close there to how it is in real life. So there we go. you know you're just going to desolder and swap in the end. Maybe, potentially, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to put the case to one side now. I'm going to take the plate back out because this is the plate we're going to use today. This is brass, it's just black brass. Everything fitting together nicely there. Random bits of dirt. Eskimo Joe asking, is it sandwiched? Yeah, it's a sandwich case effectively. The plate sits all the way around the edge of the board. As you can see there, it's the same size. So this is the edge of the board all the way around. Gosh, just dust everywhere today. So in terms of doing the build, it did come with stabilizers, which I assume are from Fax. Yes, these are from Fax. You can see Fax's branding at the top there, but he's kindly put Aanzee logos on for Max. There we go. In terms of the build, I think what we're going to do is go 6.25U space, and then I can use my standard 65% layout of 125, 125, 125, 625, 125, 125, 123. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go full backspace. As you can see, we need to go full backspace. I'm going to go ISO enter, and then we're going to use another stabilizer for the bottom row as well. Is it locked ISO? This particular one is, but you could have fixed ANSI or fixed ISO. You didn't have to have a specific version. I'm just going to use this 6.25U bar. Put this one back in the bag, and then, as I said before, we're going to use the backspace and enter. So we need two or stabilizers. We're going to do split shift, which you have to do, it's enforced on this plate, and we're also going to do split shift on this side as well. So we only need 2 stabilizers. So I'm just going to count out all the parts that I need. Okay, 2, 4 and 6 screws. Pop the remainder back in the bag. Yes, there was an ANSI option, yes, or ANSI option. Yes, that was absolutely correct. Yeah, the stabs were such a nice surprise. I actually spent half the afternoon digging out stabs, so I actually keep my stabilizers in multiple different drawers. So you can see that I've got like a drawer of inserts, I've got a drawer of wires and all sorts of bits and pieces like that. I kind of split out whatever's left over of packets and pop them into drawers. And I was sorting out what I'd need for this build earlier on, and then there's a packet in there of stabilizers which was so nice, which was unexpected. They are GMK screw-ins as well, so they're top quality stabilizers. Fax only sells good stuff. Okay, so we're going to clip and lube these as in the normal manner. So I'm just going to get everything ready up here. There we go. So in terms of clipping these, as always guys, you've got 4 feet on the bottom. Hopefully you can see them just there. You've got 1 here, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to cut this one, which is 1, and we're going to cut this one here as well. We're going to remove this one in its entirety because it does have a bump on the bottom which leaves the bottom raised. So we're going to make sure all of that goes, keep them nice and flush. So you can see now that there are only 2 legs. This one's missing and this one's missing, and we've made sure that it's nice and flat all across of the base of it there as well. I'm going to rinse and repeat that on the remainder of these inserts. And then once we've done these, we can start to move on to building the stabilizers together and then lubing them nice and neatly as well. Don't worry, I totally made loads of profit on them, as Top Clack well knows. Well, the plate looks great. There was no profit in it, and on the plates, from what I understand from Max, they were pretty much at cost. And the reason for that is, one of the things I haven't explained is because the plate actually sits in the board, and it doesn't. So if you're looking at the board side on it, just doesn't go flat like that. It actually follows the angle of the keycaps and the angle of PCB, and because of that, the plate has to be milled because this side isn't flat; it's actually sloped. So I don't know what, so it's probably easy for me to show you on here. So if you're looking at on the end, this edge is actually sloped like that, and that's to make sure that it fits the case properly. Otherwise you'd just be able to feel it ridged out of the case if it was just vertical. So the more effort has to go into making these plate files, the more expensive they become. And I suspect when that was first discussed on Top Clack a couple of years, well, late last year, that knowledge wasn't there at the time. So there we go. Okay, so now that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to put these together. So we're going to pop the insert into the housing. So you can see there's 2 holes at the front. That goes to the front of it. The front on the housing is where the wire clips in. So you can see there it's got the curved clip for the wire. I'm going to push that through. We're then going to take our first wire, we're going to push it into the second hole at the bottom, and then we're going to clip it into the front of there, and as you can see now, the stabilizer works. We're going to repeat that on the other side. 2 holes to the front, into the hole, and then clip it. There we go. And then the same goes for the smaller 2U stabilizers as well. And then once we've done this, we can start to lube them, and then we'll get them installed in the board, and then we can move on to switches. There we go. And last one. I still can't get over Amir thinking that my TV behind was a painting. Still keep thinking about that. Just going to move these screws up onto my screw mat. There we go. Okay, now we've done that, we're going to take some dielectric grease. That's what I use always for my stabilizers. Squeeze a nice amount into the cap. Get that out of the way. Take the brush, just make sure it's nice and clean. That's attention to detail right there. Helps to justify the price in the group buy info. It does, Nebulon, yeah, but it's not something that's easy for people to do sometimes. People don't like to share too many details. Designers and group buy runners deserve more money. I absolutely agree. I think a lot of group buys are run at a lower cost than what they should be. And Max is releasing the files for the whole board for free as well. He's going to do that. He just wants to wait until they're all shipped out. Dan the Man Fighter's joined as well, saying sup. Hey guys. Okay. I thought the Rain Proto was today. It was going to be today, but it hasn't arrived. It's been posted to me, but it hasn't arrived as yet. So it's going to be next week now. I'm hoping it arrives on Monday. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of lube on our brush. Just a thin amount. We're going to brush one side of the slider, just a nice thin layer. We're going to turn that over, brush the other side. Then in the back, where you can see the wire, we're just going to put a nice blob in there and then push that through. That'll start to run down the wire and coat the entirety of the inside of the stabilizer. We're then going to come around to the front and take a nice blob on the brush again. We're going to go up the wire this time, so exactly the same as what we did at the back, but at the front. And then as we're going to come down, we're just going to paint the rest of the wire as well. Then on the underside, we're just going to take a rice-sized piece of lube and just wipe that across the base like so. Going to rinse and repeat that on the other side. Probably got enough lube on our brush to do the sides of the slider rail. Nice and even. Remember guys, it's always easy to add more lube later on than it is to remove it. Into the back of the stabilizer, as always. Around to the front. Inside the stabilizer again. Brush the wire as we come down, where any plastic touches the wire. Right size piece on the underside. Make sure we give that a nice lube on the underside as well. And that's one stabilizer done. Rinse and repeat that process on the next two as well. Waiting for the Chinese Aanzee clones. Yeah, there may be some. It'd be frustrating if there were. Kind of off topic, do wing keyless layouts always have a 7U spacebar? Yes, they do. You'd be struggling to have a wing keyless layout without a 7U spacebar. The only exception to that I know of is on the Rain, actually, which I'll be building next week. And the reason for that is because it's a 40% that's crushed to make an it's an 1800 crushed into a 40% kind of layout. So that one, I think, even on wing keyless has a 6.25U spacebar. But yes, on 99% of boards, you'll find that wing keyless means you use 7U spacebar. Okay. What lube do you use for the stabs? I'm using dielectric grease. That's in the UK, it's a brand called Car Lube or Silverhook, but you can get it anywhere in the States as well. You can get all sorts of different variations, but it's dielectric grease. I know some people prefer 205 grade 0. I prefer dielectric grease. All down to preference at the end of the day. Dielectric grease is significantly cheaper. I do a build every week, and I've been building keyboards for over 2 years now. This is the only tube of dielectric grease I've ever bought. 70 grams, and there's still 2/3 of it left. So it just lasts forever. And I think that tube was £6, which is about $8. Okay, that's the second one done. On to the last one in the spacebar. Permatex is a common brand in the USA. There you go. It's all the same stuff. It's made to pretty exacting standards pretty much around the world. I've yet to find any that isn't good enough for stabilizers. Okay, almost there now, guys, on the stabilizers. Just going to finish off this side, one more side to go, and then we are done. We can start installing them on the board. I use Superlube grease too for stabs. Yeah, a lot of people use Superlube. I know a lot of people use 205 grade 0 as well. It all depends on what your preferences are, what you like. There's no right or wrong answer in this hobby. I would welcome anyone's suggestions and try out multiple different ideas. Okay, almost done. And there we go. That's the stabilizers all nicely lubed. Pop the cap back on. Pop that to one side. Okay. Use whatever lube the mech board. So I think that's super lube. I'm pretty sure that's super lube. Phaser recolored milky Gatoron switches. Yeah, they don't use the black base. So Tangerines use the black base. These use the milky base that's been recolored. It's this nice green colour, matcha colour. Probably get better colour up here actually, if it decides to focus. There you go. 205 or 3204 stab guy. Yeah, I don't like 3204 on stabs. I've used 205 fine and I don't mind that at all. But 3204 just feels a little bit weird to me. But again, it's all preference. Tuxki says hello. Good evening, Tuxki. And we've also got Ray here as well. Hey Ray, good to see you, dude. Are these R1 or R2? These are R1 phase. The R2 phase I haven't used as yet, but I'll be using them in the rain next week. And just while I'm talking about switches, we're going to talk about this in a second, but these switches kindly came from mykeyboard.eu, so thank you very much guys for supporting the stream today with these. In fact, sorry, I said this wrong around. These are R2, I'm using R1s in the rain next week. So thank you very much to the guys at mykeyboard.eu. You can see that they're just here. They are sponsoring the switches of the build of this stream. So guys, go check mykeyboard.eu out. Great guys there, Necroman and Necrowoman, David and Yulia, really good guys, always helpful. I can't say good enough things about them. So if you're in the EU, or even if you're not and they've got something in stock that you want, guys, they're a great shop and they're fantastic. So there we go. Eskimojo gives a tier 1 sub to Tuxkey. Thank you very much. There we go. Thank you very much. Well done, guys. That's really good to see. Meister Grinsepo as well, putting a heart up for that. That was really nice. Oh, bless, guys. If you keep an eye out, there'll be a small project coming soon with them. Ooh, interesting. That's going to be interesting. We've got Talisman Solutions as well. There we go. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you back on stream. Okay, so we're going to now put the stabilizers in the board. So I'm just going to move the plate to one side. Now, as I said before, we're going to be using full backspace. As you can see, I'll just show you again, guys. I hope I got the PCB the right way. So we've got full backspace. We've got the ISO enter, and then we've got the 6.25U space. So we're going to go full backspace first of all. These fit nice and firmly into the board. We've then got the ISO enter. And then we've got a 6.25U space bar. So I think that goes here. There we go. So there we go, guys. That's how it's all going to look. Just going to get the plate back out. Check that that all aligns. There you go. You can see that sits nicely on top of there. Space for our 3 125U keys here. Another 2 125U keys there, and then 3 1U keys here. Backspace, ISO, enter. There we go. We're just going to screw these in now that we know they're in the right place. I'm just going to grab a screwdriver. First of all, we'll start on the space bar. But it's always worthwhile just checking whilst you're screwing these in that you're not going to short any connectors out. It's different from Bod's board. And remember, when you tighten them up as well, you just want to go hand tight. You don't want to go too tight. You're not trying to crush the PCB. You're just trying to make sure that it's held solidly in place. So don't go too tight and over tighten these screws, because you'll damage both the stabilizer and the PCB, and that's not good. There we go. Move on to the ISO enter. Again, just making sure that wherever we're screwing, there's no components. Luckily here there isn't. Some PCBs are worse designed than this. This is really nicely laid out. do this one here. Make sure that they're all nice and neatly aligned. There we go. Just do the last one now. If I could use my fingers properly. So you can see here that we are touching on one pad for a switch here. Because it's only touching one, it's not going to short out. You can see there's just one there. There we go. And last screw for these stabilizers in place here. Okay. Now just making sure that everything's nice and neat and even, and it is. There we go. So as you can see, these are all nice and flush to the PCB. Well, you probably can't actually because they're matte black, but trust me, they are. They're all nice and even and flush. And that means we're now ready to put the plate back on and start to install the switches. Let's just catch up with what's being talked about here. Needing my keyboard promo code. I spend way too much money there. I do too, I know the feeling. Are you getting a Proto Series 2? Yeah, I'm waiting for 159 to let me pay him. I am going to get a Series. I've offered him the money the other day. I'm just waiting for him to let me pay him, and then I'll get one in hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, the Switch may not be produced because of the supplier's problems, may refund to each user. Yeah, we'd heard something similar, Tux Kid, Brian and I, that the T1 may not be used in the koala form either. Way is cutting ties with the T1 factory, purely because of the whole Stelio issue where they've been making cloned Telios and Zelios switches for a number of different people within the China market, and selling them off as the real deal. So we know that that's happening. Way's right to cut ties with that factory. I know it means one less switch on the market for us, which is bad things, but we shouldn't support copies of fake switches out there. It's one of those things. But from what I understand, the T1 switches are still available. You can still find them on Tao directly from the manufacturer. So if you do want the switch and you do want to support the manufacturer, you can go and buy them. That's entirely up to you. PCB mounted stabilizers are better, right? Yes, so you can get PCB mounted ones or plate mounted ones. PCB mounted ones tend to be a lot firmer, a lot more support and less rattly. The ones that come as plate mount tend to be a little bit more difficult to lube in a nice manner, and they do rattle a little bit more, and they're not quite as forgiving as a key stabilizer. Okay, so from there guys, what we're going to do now is start to install the switches. And as I say, we are using phase switches for this. I'm just going to put a few in the middle of the board first of all. I'm going to clip them into the PCB, to the plate, and then into the PCB from there. Make sure everything's nice and pressed down. There we go. They're going in just great. Then from there, I'm just going to go into each of the corners. And then we'll fill out row by row, making sure that everything fits nicely together. Switches clip in nicely to this PCB. Sometimes they're a little bit stiff. These ones are going in really nicely and evenly. And last, we'll just do here, oops. Just pushing those in there nicely. Okay. And then we're just going to go row by row, building this support up, making sure everything fits nice and evenly. Oh, we've got Necro going on as well. Good afternoon. Hi, nice to see you, Julia. Still said about the T1s, but Waste is still discontinuing them was the right call. Yeah, absolutely. It's sad when things like that happen in the community, but I'm glad to see that people are making the right decisions, even if it, even if it's a negative for now. The community will be better for it in the long run, and there's always going to be more switches coming out, guys. It's not like this is a market that's getting smaller; it's getting bigger all the time. Yeah, I don't think Whale get T1s from a different manufacturer. I'm not sure it works like that. These are designs that manufacturer produces for Way. Even if he owns the designs for them, then they'll still be slightly different from another manufacturer. Tolerances are a bit of a thing in terms of switches. Talisman Solutions gifted a tier 1 sub to Necro Woman. Thank you very much for that, Talisman. There we go. These are not stock phase, no. So they are phase switches. They are lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0 on the stems, and they're also lubed with Krytox 106 on the springs. But the springs have been changed to 78 gram sprit springs. It's always good to see Yulia in chat. We were just saying earlier on, Yulia, how you guys are sponsoring the stream this week by providing the switches for this build. Everyone using sprit springs in their builds. Yeah, sprit springs are the best on the market right now. I do have some TX springs on the way that I want to try and use to see if they're any good as a viable alternative. But right now, in terms of value for money, sprit springs are the best out there. I've tried quite a lot of different springs. Sprit spring. How long is this stream going on until the build's done? So probably another hour, maybe at most. Sprit shipping. I got my order from February, shipped the other day. So I think my order was late February. I think it was 26th, 28th February, something like that. And that shipped earlier last week. So I think it was Monday when that shipped, something like that. We're going to go stepped caps lock as well, guys, because I just prefer stepped caps. Starting to build up plenty of strength and alignment in this PCB and plate now. As you can see, it's starting to come together really well. Tolerances and everything, as always with Max, are really good as well. The plate file is perfectly, well, the plate itself is perfectly accepting the switches, which is really good. There's nothing too tough to push in here. There's nothing that's resisting. PCB as well is just hugging onto these switches really nicely. Sometimes, depending on the switch, you can find that they struggle to adhere to the PCB, or they are overly difficult to push in. But these are working really nicely. Step caps is best caps. Yep. Eskimojo has just gifted a tier 1 stub to Space CD Key. Thank you very much for that, Eskimojo. Really appreciate that. Kin is pretty great international shipping now, but low prices and arrived after a week. Yeah, I think my Kin ones shipped about 10 days ago. They haven't arrived yet in the UK. Wanted to try Sprit but settled instead for the My Keyboard springs. Couldn't contact Sprit, not 100% sure about him. To be honest, I've spoken to him a few times via email. He seems alright. I think he's just been focusing on vendor orders recently, and that's what the delay's been. But that doesn't excuse his behaviour. He should at least be letting people know that, and that's the big thing that's been missing. Talisman Solutions gifted a tier 1 sub to Valenity as well. Thank you very much for that, dude. Okay, time to start filling in these gaps now. I don't think I'm going to get mine without doing a PayPal distribute, to be honest. I didn't do one for mine, but it came. It happens. You know, I think everyone's all right with the delay, as you say. Boop, beep, bep. You know, these are a group buy, you know, kind of thing. He doesn't always have them in stock. He does make them himself. He's got his own factory making them. I'm not trying to make excuses for him, guys, because I think it's wrong that he hasn't told anyone. But if he'd communicated it and said, you know what, guys, any orders in the last 2 months are going to take another 2 months to ship or whatever, that would be fine. People would be understanding at least of that. But yeah, it's unacceptable that he hasn't responded to people. Yeah, he didn't respond to even PayPal disputes pusher. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, as I say, mine ended up shipping. We're talking about Sprit, Dan. He's not a vendor as such, but well, I guess he is. He just runs spring group buys and spring products he sells on his site. A lot of the time they are in stock and they ship immediately, and for the past few months he's just been struggling to ship for whatever reason. Oops. Okay. Almost there now, guys, doing these, and then we can get on to doing some soldering. So as you can see, I built it in ISO layout with split left and right shifts. And then for the bottom row, we're going to go 1.25, 1.25, 6.25, and then we're going to go 1.25, 1.25 on the right side of the spacebar as well. Meister in Seppo says, I filed an eBay claim and he failed to respond to them either, which is a shame as he really liked his springs. Yeah, it is a shame because his product is the best on the market right now for key switches. ISO best, so not everyone agrees with that, but yeah, I like ISO layout. I think that's pretty obvious now. People know I like that. So what we're going to do here, guys, just make sure I get these in the right place. I'm just going to grab some keycaps. Okay, so as we all know, we are running GMK Olivia on this set today. 70 or 6.25? 7. So this space bar. I'm just going to make sure everything lines up. That's where the space bar is going to go. And then we're going to go 1.25 keys here. Just need 3 of those. Just make sure we get everything lined up correctly. Okay, last one on this side. There you go, you can see that all lines up nice and neatly. And we're just going to do 2 more on the last side. That's one, and here's the final one. And that just makes sure that we're getting these keycaps in, the key switches in the right place in the plate and in the PCB, and make sure that when we solder them, we've got them in the right spots. That's that, and the last one. There we go. That's all nicely and neatly aligned there, guys. So I think we're good from a soldering perspective. Just going to check and make sure everything is aligned and flush with the PCB. So we're okay down that side. We're okay down the front, apart from that corner. So just showing you guys here, you can see everything's nice and neat and flush down those 2 sides. Just checking the back now. Everything looks in order there, as you can see, all nice and neat and flush. And then just down the last side as well, all nice and neat and flush as well there. So that means we're ready to start soldering now, guys. I'm just going to grab my soldering iron. Oh, and Talisman Solutions has gifted another tier 1 sub, this time to Rope. Thank you very much for that. Let's catch up with chat, see what's going on. Dan says, personally I want to run my group buys myself. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's difficult to run group buys. It's not quick or easy. This is smoking for some reason. Well, Distill, I know that it only took 24 months to get your face W back in the day. I think his old ways are behind him now. I think he's much more reformed. He's trying to be better. And I'm all about, reformation rather than punishment over time. So I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt until he doesn't stop shipping and things like that. He was in the Alpha Discord in the end of January. He said he even make a free sample of the guys there, which is what pushed by him, and then nothing. Who's that? Sorry, is this Sprit as well? Yeah, sometimes that happens. I think I'm the only European that likes ANSI. I'm pretty sure that's not true. Lots of Europeans do. Okay, so I'm just going to solder up a switch in each corner of the board here, and a couple in the center, just to make sure that if we get any movement, it's not going to pull the board apart. It's going to keep it in position in place. There we go. Let's do one in this top corner. Perfect. Okay, just going to do a couple in the center of the board. There we go. There we go. Let me just catch up with what you're saying in chat, guys. Not a true European then. Split left with Aanzee. Yeah, that's fine. You know, people do different things. I think that's a good way of doing ANSI. Dutch are a strange bunch. Yep. Quite a lot of people convert from ISO to Anzhi because it's easy to get stuff. I don't think that's a valid reason for converting. Honestly, if the only reason you're converting from a layout you like to one that you're not sure about or dislike or that you have to learn and don't want to learn is for keycaps or something else, that just seems like a bad reason to do it. It doesn't seem like a right reason to do it, in my opinion. People talking about ISO as well. Talisman Solution gifted it to Rope. Yeah, I think I've covered that before. Yeah, nice. If you don't use ISO cap, enter cap on spacebar, are you even a keyboard enthusiast? Wow. There's a lot to be said for that. Okay, just going to start soldering these switches row by row now, guys. And then once we've done this, we'll test the PCB, as always. And once we've tested it, we might need to flash it, actually. I'm hoping Max is able to just pull me together a quick hex of the stock layout, actually, because I forgot to do that before I did the stream. So Max, if that's possible, thank you very much. Discord PM me. Okay, just going to go row by row here, fairly quickly, but taking our time as well. I think I've just felt a PM come through. Talk like I don't disagree. Yeah, it's just not a good reason to change things, in my opinion. You know, aesthetics are one thing, but usability is what's key. And if you like your layout, you shouldn't change that just because you're struggling to find keycaps. Most of my boards are ISO, and I have never struggled, so it's, you know, I don't see it as being a valid issue, to be honest. I know there's amazing people out there like Glove Caps as well, who makes artisans to make compatibility kits as well, from Anzhi to ISO for keyboard sets that don't make it. He'll make artisans that will fit the additional keys. Daniel just tuned in and missed the unboxing. Yeah, you'll have to go back and check that out, dude. It's well worth it. It was very, very good. I thoroughly enjoyed that unboxing experience. One of the best I've had in keyboards. Okay, on to the second row now. Just making our way across this slowly and steadily. Okay, making good progress. One of the things you guys might have noticed as well is that the underside of this PCB does support RGB underglow if you want that kind of thing. It's not for me, so I won't be installing any LEDs for it, and in this particular case it's not something that's going to work either, but it would look really nice on the polycarbonate versions, I'm sure. So when I do the polycarbonate version with James, we may or may not be doing that. I'll have to ask him and double check. Okay, making good progress now. After this row, I'll stop and catch up with what's going on in chat, guys. Just give me a second. Okay, almost there now. And last switch on this row. There we go. I refuse to switch layout and have skipped some keycap sets because of it. That's not everyone the same way. I know, I understand that. Need me to compile bot? Oh, thanks, Square. I guess one of you is going to PM me. Let me have a look and see what Max has sent. There it is. Thank you very much, Max. I appreciate that. I'll grab that now and that'll be ready. Let me just drag that onto my desktop and then I can flash it onto the board in a couple of minutes. There we go. There we go. Rob says, I've actually thought about making my first Danish ISO build soon, but finding caps and such for that is so hard. Yeah, I can imagine it is actually. Soldering refused to participate in the ANSI versus ISO debate. Yep. I get dragged into it, I'll be honest, I get dragged into it all the time, so yeah. TS100 is okay, but I moved away from it for SM32 compact. It accepts a way bigger variety of tip sizes. What am I building, says Gator? I'm building the Anzhi, or the Aanzee. This is a 65% layout board designed by West Foxtrot, who's in chat today. And Talisman Solutions gifted a tier 1 sub to LR35902, so thank you very much for that, dude. That's really nice, and well done, dude. I am blind as fuck. Yeah, okay. James says, spent the last 30 minutes trying to get a signal before coming inside. Hi B. Oh, welcome, dude. Welcome to the stream. What switches am I building it with? I'm building it with lubed Fey switches. They're lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0 on the stems. The springs have been changed for 78 gram sprit springs, and they've been lubed with Krytox 106. And just while we're talking about the switches, they have been provided this week by mykeyboard.eu, who are sponsoring this build. So thank you very much to David and Yulia, Necroman, Necrowoman. Thank you very much for supporting us, guys. It is genuinely very much appreciated. So if you guys do have any EU things to buy, feel free to check out mykeyboard.eu. Okay. Making some good progress now. Just 2 more rows to do after this one. And as the last one's a spacebar row, it won't take too long at all. I'll try and do it in line with the next row as well. Remember, skipping 2 switches there because we've already soldered those ones earlier on. Okay, almost here on this this row now. Having to remember that we need to come up for the ISO enter here. It wouldn't be the first time I'd forgotten to solder that switch. Okay, now we can move on to the last 2 rows. What type of mounting is it? It's sandwich mount. Yeah, full sandwich mount. Yeah, Talisman solution, as you say, during the Discord server, we'll talk about everything. I think you can do it from !Discord, Talisman solutions. I think that brings it up. There you go. Oh, you've got it. Yeah, there you go. This stream brought to you by Road and Coca-Cola. Yeah, Road and Coca-Cola. I actually did jokingly tweet Coca-Cola a couple of weeks ago and asked if they'd sponsor us because I always drank it on stream and it's the only time I drink it. They have neglected to respond as yet. I think if you're waiting for stuff on shipping, Yulia from mykeyboard.eu is in chat, so you should be able to reach out to her at Necro Woman if you're there. I think someone's looking for you. I know they've had a lot going on with multiple different group buys, all shipping at the same time. Linears and Phase and Inks and key sets as well. So I think they've got a fair backlog of shipping going on at the minute, but I'm sure they'll have them sent out to you soon. Okay, so we've got this row and then the last row to do, and then we can move on to flashing and testing the board. So I got a bent pin on that switch there. I should have checked that before. Luckily we've caught it. I'll remove that switch, fix it, and reinstall it in a second. Okay. Making good progress. If you guys have got any questions for me tonight, I know a lot of you asked them on the Thursday stream. If anyone has got any questions around the keyboard community, about myself, about preferences, about anything, feel free to ask. There's no question that's a silly question. And if it's about the board, I can happily defer it to West Foxtrot as well. Okay. So that's that row done. We'll do the final one and then we'll fix that switch. What, not sponsoring Top Clack? It's no Coke for me. Well, I asked them cheekily. It was a joke and I sent it when I was slightly drunk and they haven't responded as yet. But as people are saying, they do sponsor everything else, so you never know. We might get some Coca-Cola sponsorship. Hell, even if they only send me 10 cans of Coke, I'll be happy. Okay, just running through this bottom row really quickly and then we'll fix that one switch with a bent pin, assuming we don't find any more. Okay, almost there now, guys. Last two switches to go here, 1 and 2. And there we go. Okay, let's quickly switch out this bent pin switch. So that's just this one here. Oops. Got a spare one here. So it's just a bent pin. There we go. That's all ready to be soldered now. Okay, there we go. Pop the soldering iron to one side. Put the soldering iron away. Okay. Tuxkey says Top Clack Discord was and is good for help. Yeah, nice. I remember years ago I got a keyboard with a soldered bent pin. It kept triggering the whole row of keys on press. Yeah, it can do. Yeah, spent a lot of money due to Top Clack Discord. Well, you'd have spent it anyway, dude. You just might have spent it on something different, that's all. I'm just going to plug the board in, make sure it connects, and then we'll test it in Switch Hitter. Okay, that should come up on stream for you guys. You should better see that there. So let's test the keys, see what we get. Escape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, dash, plus, and backspace. Oh, backspace coming up as delete. And that key's there as well. We've got tab, QWERTY, UIOP, yeah, everything's working there. And then just check this row, page up, page down. There we go. Everything's working here. Let's carry on with the rows. Caps lock's working. Okay, so we need to flash the ISO layout because that's, oh, hang on, wait, that key isn't responding to anything, so we just need to flash the ISO layout because I think that key should be what this one's triggering, and then this one should be triggering the next key along. So we'll just flash the ISO layout in a second, and then we'll test that. Everything looks okay there. Control Win. That would be FN. Let's just flash very quickly. I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to show this on stream, but I'm just going to really quickly flash the keyboard. Find the reset button. Max, where's the reset? Is this one of those really cool PC? Okay, so reset's actually on the top here, guys. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but just in there, you might be able to see where it says reset, and there's 2 pins to short. I'm going to find something to short that with. Yeah, underneath the space cutout, 2 pins. Yeah, I just need an LED or something to short it out with. I'm sure I've got some LEDs somewhere. Why can I never find things when I want them? Here we go. I hate having to take FN and escape. Oh, okay. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, that's worked. Thank you, Max. Okay, that should be flashed. Just disconnect it and reconnect it. And then let's test that again. Oh, stream's gone, music's gone quiet. There we go. All those working there. Yeah, everything's working there. Slightly different in terms of the key features and functions now. I'll fix the music in just 1 second, guys. There we go, all working just fine on that row. And here you can see, there we go, just needed the ISO layout popping on there. And then still FN, perfect, there we go. So everything is now working. Talisman Solution gifted a tier 1 sub to P for Fur. Thank you very much for that. Eskimojo gifted a tier 1 sub to Regalicious. Thank you very much for that as well, guys. As you can see, everything's working just fine on the switch hitter, so everything's looking good from that perspective. I hate having to take the PCB out to reset underneath. Yeah, me too. Oops, just dropped that there. I'm going to pop this in place now. Make sure we can get the USB cut out in the right spot. A little bit tight. Where it's just a touch tight to fit it in. Don't want to bend the USB on this at all. I think I might have just bent it a little bit. I'm just going to straighten that back up. There we go. Let's see if we can get this to fit in a little bit better. Max, if there's a secret to this, let me know. You have to rotate it in from that corner. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's not helping, Max. I'm not sure how you meant to rotate it in. Do you mean vertically rotate it? I don't want to press too hard and break anything. There we go. There we have it. There we have it. Try turning it off again. Put the USB in. Yes, there we go. I've got it now. I've got it. I'm going to line up that top piece as well. Then we're going to flip it over and screw it together. So I know we've got the rest of the screws in the bag, so I'm just going to pop one in each corner first, just to hold it together. We got there in the end, Max. We got there in the end. Don't apologise, Max. It was more me being an idiot than anything else. Don't worry about it. There we go. So that's that and that done. Just going to fix this music. I'm not sure what's happened to it. Where's the remote gone? If I can find the remote for it. Need those in a second. Sorry about this, guys. We'll get the music back on. And it seems that my TV doesn't want to work. Let's turn it off and back on again. We'll give it a minute and we'll turn it back on. Yanko is back again. Yep, yep. Very nice gator on. Music. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. He turned the painting off. Yeah, turn the painting off. We'll try it again. Missed the unboxing. Underside looks good. My compliments. Yeah, the underside looked great. This logo is fantastic. It's not something I'd ever want to infill because it's just beautiful as it is on its own. So I know a lot of you guys like it when I do the infill videos, but we won't be doing that on here. But my wife's at the door. Just give me a second. Yes. Hello.
You're going to be along the Wi-Fi broken again. I can't cope.
Oh, apparently the Wi-Fi is broken again at the minute, which is why the TV might have gone. I will fix it shortly. Yes. Give me 15-20 minutes and I'll fix it. I can't turn the Wi-Fi off and back on, guys, because of the stream. So I think the Wi-Fi is broken, which is why the TV went. So I shall fix that shortly after the stream for the wife. Wife's telling me the marriage is over now because I can't fix the Wi-Fi during the stream. My streaming, the router's not broken. I'm directly connected to the router. Yeah, as Ree says, I'm directly connected to the router, so everything's hardwired for the stream. So that's just the way I do it. And that's made me forget to go diametrically opposed, as I usually do with my screws as well. My wife's sighing at me. I can't do it. I'd have to stop the stream and restart it, and it's just not happening.
Bad things happen to good people.
Why do bad things happen to good people? I don't know. Perhaps you haven't been good enough. Wi-Fi crisis, yeah. First world problems, as the wife says, yeah. Let's make sure we've got one in there and one in there, yep. Okay. Just screwing this together nice and tightly now. Then once we've done this, we'll pop some caps on it and we'll do a sound test. Jay, she's more than good enough. I know. Yeah, if I turn the router off and on again, though, I will lose the connection. That's the thing. So I don't want to do that because I'll have to turn the router off that I'm hardwired into to do it. I could just try turning the Wi-Fi element off and on again on the router. Let me just try doing that first, see if that helps. Just give me 1 second, guys. First world problems. Just sign into the router. Just try turning the Wi-Fi element off and on and see if that fixes it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to reset the Wi-Fi without resetting the actual router itself. And then we'll go ahead with the rest of the build. I'm just going to put the rubber feet on while I do this. Excuse the fingerprints on the bottom of here. It is really, really warm in my office today. Nice tiny little bump-ons. Did you get my new camera set up? I didn't know. This is my old camera. So my new camera is here actually. It's a Sony Alpha camera. This is what I'll be using for streaming going forwards. But the problem is that I ordered some cables to help connect it all up, and one of the cables sent was wrong. So unfortunately, unable to use that camera today. So there we go, guys. That's the board built. I'm just gonna turn my Wi-Fi off and back on again and see if that fixes it. Hopefully it does. Let me just check, see if my Wi-Fi is picking it up now. Okay, we should be connecting now. We should be connecting. Incorrect password. I haven't changed it. Don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Try again. There we go. There we go. So it looks like the Wi-Fi is back up and running. Let me just shout the wife. Ellie, give me 1 second, guys. Ellie, Wi-Fi should be working. There we go. Hopefully she will be happy with that, which means I can also try the TV again now. I do apologise about that, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Here, this is where we find the TV's not working. There we go. Wi-Fi is back up and running. Excellent. So now, guys, sorry about that. Working Wi-Fi equals happy wife. Yeah, absolutely. I have to keep the wife happy on stream, as you know. We've also got Demi in the chat as well, which is Yankar's girlfriend. Hello. Your switches are on the way. I did send them out for you this week, so hopefully I'll have them early next week. Solid password. Maxis bit 69. Yeah, that wasn't the password I went with, but it's not far away, so yeah, well done. Where is my doggo? Do you want to see the doggo? I think she's outside, actually. Let me see. Geeks, come on. Come here. There's doggo. Can you see her in the chair? Hope you guys can see her. Good girl. That's the dog's chair. She sits there while I work from home. Usually she's sat there most of the days. So we've got doggo on stream. Doggo co-host today. Say hi, Geeks. Say hello. Speak. 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 She's fairly shy. Normally she barks when I tell her to speak. Good girl. Lie down. Good girl. So cute. Yeah, she's super cute. It looks like the dog's called My Keyboard. I saw dog. Yep. Can go to sleep now after seeing doggo. Oh, good. Oh, this way she wants to get out. No, she's feeling alright. There we go. And she's now licking my feet. Right, let's get some caps on this board, guys. I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and go with I'm not going to try and go with the pink. Don't think that quite matches. Let me try and get that in better light. I don't think that quite matches. So I think I'm just going to go with the white and the dark mods with Touch Loud. There we go. This dog brought to you by My Keyboard. Necro dog. Yeah, it's good words. Okay, so here we go, guys. Going all dark in terms of the mods on here. I'm going to have to let the dog out of the room now because the wife's shouting her. Go on, Geeks. Go on. If that dog was a keyboard switch, he would be Cherry MX Red Silence. Yeah, because she normally barks when I tell her to speak, but she's just being a bit shy today. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with her. Probably because I tied her out when we took her to the park earlier on today. Okay, let's start getting these keycaps in place. Whoops. I think we are going to go with the code key here, and that's just because I'm going to use it for FM. Instead of a down arrow, I'm going to use the Olivia heart key, the heart 2. And I'm probably going to have to get the set out actually, because I want to use the dark ISO enter, I think, instead of the pink one. I'm not quite sure the pink one will work. We'll pop it in gently so it's easy to pull off, just to see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to go page up, page down, end and code. Now I usually have FN here as well, so I will move it from there later on, I think. In fact, do you know what, we'll change that now in anticipation of that. We'll put that down as control. Did have a control just a minute ago. There we go. ZXCVB, there we go. Okay. YUI, there we go. Making some good progress now, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's catch up with chat. Cherry MX Blue. Clicky, Cherry MX Blue, yeah, that makes sense. She wouldn't speak, but her claws click on the floor. I've got the hardwood floor in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But she's a cutie. She's a cutie. Okay. Oh, there was the FN key. We'll just change that over. There we go. You guys will have to let me know what you think about the pink enter being on here, whether you think I should change it. F, G, H, J, K, L. There we go. Okay. We are going with scooped F and J today as well. Okay, almost finished with the layout here, guys. We'll just be 1 more minute and then we'll be done. Okay, I think we're going to go with white space. We should have an up key somewhere. Apparently I've left that in the packet. We'll get that out anyway because I'm going to have to get the ISO enter, the black one out, I think. Wait, that's wrong. That's the wrong one. Is this the right one? Nope. All of these white space bars. There we go. There we go. Put these back into here. Thick click box navies, yeah. Don't mention boxes around max. Yeah, that's true. What do you think about reverse spacebar? I don't like to flip my spacebar personally. I know a lot of people do, and that's fine for them. I've not got a problem with the people doing it. I just don't like it myself. I just find it a little bit weird. It just doesn't feel quite right if I do that. So that's that done. Let's just grab the rest of the set. And then we can grab the darker ISO key, if there is one. I could have sworn there was one in this set. Is there only one ISO enter key in this set? Is that how it's set up? Well guys, it would appear that there is only one ISO enter, and that is the accent one. Interesting. Yep. I was going to say you're using the wrong key, but apparently Olivia's missing the IQ one next to it. Yeah, it's missing that one. It doesn't have the UK key there. It also doesn't have the black enter key, which I'm surprised. Only accent ISO. Interesting. I didn't realise that was the case, but it is. Still missing an up arrow. Not sure what I've done with that. We can cope with that for now. It must be around somewhere. Because I did get it out earlier. Oh, it's there, look. It's there. There we go. Okay, well, we'll have to go with that enter key for now. Which means we didn't need all of this other set. There we go. So that's the board, guys. It's all fully built. Mind all of the other bits out of the way. There we go. So this is the Aanzee with in aubergine with GMK, Olivia, and phase switches with 205 grade 0 and Krytox 106. I hope you can agree that does look rather special. It is number 13 of 25. As you can see there, 13 is my family's lucky number with that nice wave logo. There is a little bit of dirt just in there. I can't get my fingernail in because this is quite deep, so I'll clean that later on. There you go. How nice does that look? I've just got the music working again, but I'm going to pause it. And that's because we're going to do a sound test. 0 out of 10 doesn't use a Dvorak layout. Yeah. Spring weight in 78 grams. HS Blanco G says, wow, left when you started this build, came right back at the end. Nice dude, perfect timing. Showpiece, how does it sound? And we've got Olivia here as well. Yeah, it would look nice, wouldn't it, when it's wearing your key set, Olivia? Yeah. But I didn't realise, Liv, when you did it, you only did accented ISO enter. You didn't do the black and pink ISO enter, as in the black with pink legend to match the rest of the modifiers. You only did the accented one, which kind of ruins this board a little bit. Well, it doesn't ruin it, but I was hoping that I would have the black one because I just like all the black ones. Mistake omission, sorry. It's alright, you can do it when you run round 2. I'll remind you. Olivia the lurker, yeah. She's always around. There you go, guys. I think this looks really, really special with that particular key set. It looks really good in real life. I'll try and get some good colour accurate pictures for you in the next couple of days as well and get them on stream. On the Discord. But what we'll do now is I'll just do a bit of a sound test. So again, I know you're all going to complain about my typing style and tell me how terrible it is and tell me I should use my thumb for spacebar. But you know what? Screw you guys. It's my typing style. I'm comfortable with it. And I'm going to show you what this board sounds like. There you go, guys. What do you think to the sound? It sounds really good, actually. There you go. Looks really, really good. ISO has a weird aesthetic. This board very nice, but it has a weird aesthetic. Yeah, ISO is different. So what I like about it is that it's asymmetrical. I don't like boards that look symmetrical across because when you have like a TKL or a 65% anyway, you're kind of adding a blocker. 60% I can kind of understand doing HHKB or ANSI more, but I like that asymmetrical look. I might change the badge later on. I do have another one. I'll show you what that might look like when it's all lined up. There you go. That's pretty much what it will look like. J-Ground's just the name of a joke server that I share with some friends, but the actual main one is the Aanzee badge there you can see. Just to show you what this board looks like now with the black border rather than the brass running through it. There we go. I think that looks really, really nice and smart. So there we go. Index finger spacebar typist badge. Yeah, we are going to sort some badges out for Twitch as well. So so there we go. There doesn't seem to be a ping. Love the sound. Yeah, there is no ping to it. It's a really solid board. It's fully solid. But being a sandwich mount, it's pretty much what I like. It's really nice to type on for me. The ice is nice. Thank you very much for the resub. Can't wait to get my Anzhi after it's been re-anode. Hopefully you get it soon, dude, because I really, really like mine. I think it's fantastic. So thank you very much for the sub, and I hope you get your board soon. Do the phase feel as smooth as Telio's? No, if I'm completely honest, they don't. They feel smooth. They're pretty good. I'm probably going to do another build with the brass plate of this with ink switches, which are closer to Telio's and probably my favourite linear at the moment. That may or may not be on the stream. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely prefer the inks to phase at the minute. But that being said, they're not a bad switch. They're probably my third favourite linear right now. Tangerines and Faye pretty much on par. So yeah, I think they're really well put together switches. They're good. They're great. You know, they're not a bad switch at all. There is other stuff that's a little bit better. Does the sandwich aspect help for sound? Never tried one. Yeah, so depending on how your board's put together will affect the sound. Sandwich is really firm because it's got support of the plate. The plate goes all the way through the board, so it's completely compressed by the whole of this top piece and the whole pinching together of the top and the bottom pieces. So what that means is it completely dulls out any sound, and it's pretty firm to type on as well, which I kind of like. I prefer a firmer typing experience to a softer, flexible one. But yeah, so any mount type will affect the way a board sounds. How do they feel? Slightly scratchy at the bottom, but that's more the fact that I didn't break them in before lubing them. In fact, it's more on the upstroke that you can feel it, and off-center presses. But to be honest, they're fine. Within a week of usage, you won't even notice it. They're really nice. Yeah, West Fox really cares about sound, as he says there. So you know, I know he's got a few other projects as well. So if you guys are interested in Max's projects after seeing this board and seeing how nice it is, he does some crazy things with keyboards. The Profit and the Cypher. So I built the Cypher a couple of weeks ago that had a PC plate. That is crazy flexible, but sounds fantastic as well. I've got a carbon fibre plate to put in that in the next couple of weeks as well. So this is my second or third Max board, I can't remember, something like that. And then he's also got some other boards coming up as well. Max, feel free to shill your links in here if you want to do stuff like that. Please get them up here. Someone post a link to his Discord server and all of that kind of good stuff, because we should definitely be sharing that. Let me grab one. He's probably not going to do it. I'm going to share a link to his server. Let me grab one. Here we go. Oh, Max has already done it. He's already posted it. There we go. He's posted it by the time I got back. He did do it. Well done. What's that emote? That troutfish. I like that. He's not going to do it, and he did. Yeah, made him do it. But yeah, feel free to go check out some of his other projects. He has most of them on there. A couple I really want are the Profit. That's what I'm definitely looking at to try and get from him at some point in the near future. And a little macro pad as well that he's doing called the Lockheed as well. So I might be spilling secrets there, I'm not sure. But those are two things that I'm really looking out for. So that's the sound test, guys. That's the board. I hope you can agree that it is absolutely stunning. It's really lovely to look at. I can't wait to get to use this board. It's going to be my daily driver for at least the next couple of weeks, because I just love the look, love the colour, love the feel. Lockheed is not a secret. Good. I was hoping I hadn't done it. Yeah, this is the aubergine. Yes, this is the aubergine, and we went through the unboxing earlier on as well. The ice is nice. So if you don't want to see that, don't go back and review the early part of the stream. One thing I am going to do just before I finish the stream is really quickly change out this desk mat for the matching one. Here we go. Oops. Knocking the camera. we go. It's close enough. I'll finish it up later on. I'm just going to pop this down. There we go. So we've got the board on its matching pad. There you go. You can see this is a really nice pad, actually, Max. I think this might be my new daily pad. That's really, really nice. I know I'm not camera guys, but there you go. You can see that the board is on its matching desk pad. All nice and lovely looking. So thank you very much for that, Max. That is really, really, really cool. I'm thoroughly impressed with it. I'm just going to try and tweak this camera a little bit. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, thank you very much for this, Max. It is genuinely a lovely build. It was a great unboxing experience. The board's fantastic. The mat's fantastic. Just how nice is that, guys? How nice as a full keyboard set is that? Just such a nice experience. So thank you very much, Max. It's really been special for me doing this with you as well. I know I got to experience the prototype of the Aanzee way back when on my old streams. Thank you very much, dude. Can't say anything bigger than that. You've been one of my best friends in the community, and I genuinely really appreciate all the support, the time you've given me, helping me learn QMK over the years and all of that kind of stuff. And now here we have your Opus Magnus, one of the best boards. Opus Maximus, there we go. Such a really nice layout board. I'm really happy with, so thank you very much for that, dude. One last quick run through chat, make sure we've got everything. Please make a weird split keyboard. I thought you were doing one, Soran. I thought you were doing one. This stream makes my shit life a little bit better, thanks. Mate, you don't have a shit life, I'm sure you don't. But if you ever want to come and hang out, please feel free to chat to us in the Top Clack Discord. We're always there. We always have a live chat in there as well. If you've got anything you want to just rant and rave about, please come and join us, because it would mean the world to us. Tuxi also need to learn QMK. Max taught me really early on how to code key maps and things like that, and I genuinely can't thank him enough for all the support he's given me over the years, especially when I was a noob in the community. So thank you, Max. Really appreciate that, dude. And I hope we can meet up for some beers when you're back in the UK in the next couple of weeks. So yeah. Right then, guys, I think that's it for the stream. You've heard the board, you've seen the build. It looks fantastic. I'm going to get some decent pictures with the camera over the next couple of days. I need to learn how to use this. I'm not much of a photographer, but I'm going to learn how to use this, make some good pictures, get them on Instagram, get them on the Discord server, and I hope you guys will check that out. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining the stream, guys. I'm going to close down the stream there, and I'll see you all again on Thursday. Cheers, guys.